welcome back. I'm Asdarni, Assistant Professor in the Department of Psychology. Welcome to a unit on intelligence in General Psychology 2, where we'll discuss the multi-facets of intelligence and explore the deeper concepts. Today, we explore the intriguing question, who is considered the intelligent person? What characteristics define intelligence in individuals? Is it based on one particular trait, or does it encompass many qualities that may differ from person to person? Despite the concept of intelligence being quite old, there are still controversies and disagreements among researchers regarding a single unified definition. However, many scholars have agreed upon a workable definition proposed by David Wechsler. He describes intelligence as an aggregate global capacity of the individual to think rationally, act purposefully, and to deal effectively with the environment. Intelligence is not just about knowledge, it also involves a capacity to learn from experiences and utilize metacognitive process to enhance the learning. This adaptability to one's surrounding environment is a key aspect of intelligence. Now, let's discuss the contribution of Wechsler in the field of intelligence assessment. One of his significant contributions is the development of standardized tests for measuring intelligence. The most recent version used in India is the WISC 4TR, which is designed for children. The difference in human capacity have been discussed in Western literature since the times of Aristotle and Plato. For instance, Aristotle believed that intelligence involves the ability to reason and understand, while Plato emphasized the importance of innate knowledge. Thomas Aquinas defined intelligence as a power to combine and separate, highlighting our capacity to see similarities among dissimilar things and dissimilarities among similar things. This definition suggests that intelligence is not just about what we know, but also about how we process and relate information. Until the 19th century, discussions about intelligence remained largely philosophical. It wasn't until Charles Darwin acknowledged general mental ability of humans that the conversation began to shift. Darwin attributed this ability to sensory and motor function. This suggests that our physical capabilities are intertwined with our cognitive process. To illustrate this, I'll give you an example. Consider a musician who can hear a melody and play it back on an instrument. This requires both sensory perception and motor skills. This demonstrates how intelligence can manifest in practical, everyday situations. Similarly, a chef uses their understanding of flavor and techniques to create new dishes, which showcases a blend of cognitive skills and action. As we continue our exploration of intelligence, it is essential to recognize that it just doesn't encompass a wide range of ability, but also has different characteristics to it. From philosophical origins to practical applications in daily life, understanding intelligence will help us to appreciate the diverse capacities that we have as humans. Starting with Francis Galton, who was the first cousin of Charles Darwin, he played a significant role in the early study of intelligence. Along with James Cattell, Galton devised various sensory motor tests, which he referred to as mental tests. These tests were among the first attempt to quantify intelligence through measurable traits. One of the most widely recognized construct from this period is a reaction time test, which aimed to assess cognitive processing speed as an indicator of intelligence. Moving forward in history, we encounter Alfred Binet, a French psychologist who made groundbreaking contribution to intelligence testing. In 905, he devised the first modern intelligence test known as the Stanford-Binet test. This test was designed to identify students who required additional academic support and laid foundation for the future intelligence assessment. Binet's work marked a shift from philosophical discussion about intelligence to practical applications in educational setting. His approach emphasized that intelligence could be measured and that it encompassed various cognitive abilities, not just sensory or motor skills. The evolution of intelligence testing continued to develop through the 20th century, which researchers building on Binet's initial framework. Today, we recognize that intelligence is a complete construct influenced by various factors made of complex things, including genetics, environment, and education. Binet coined the term mental age. Later, William Stern in 1912 proposed dividing an individual's mental age by their chronological age to obtain a mental ratio, which is MA by CA. This concept refers to the age level at which an individual is functioning intellectually. For example, if a 10-year-old child performs at the level of an average 12-year-old, their mental age would be considered 12. Binet's work laid the foundation for assessing cognitive ability in children. In 1912, William Stern explained on Binet's idea by proposing a method to quantify intelligence. He suggested dividing an individual's mental age by their chronological age, resulting in what he called the mental ratio, which is MA by CA. This formula provided a way to express intelligence as a ratio, allowing for comparisons across different age groups. Then, in 1916, Lewis Terman redefined this concept further by developing the intelligent quotient for IQ. He multiplied Stern's formula by 100 to eliminate decimal points, making it easier to interpret. For instance, if a child's mental age is 12, then their chronological age is 10. Their IQ would be calculated as 12 divided by 10 into 100, which is equals to 120. This standardized measure allows for a clearer understanding of intellectual performance. Even though there are various theories of intelligence that have shaped for understanding of cognitive ability, each theory offers unique insights into how we define and measure intelligence. The two-factor theory proposed by Charles Spearman in 1904 gives a distinguished understanding. This theory introduced the concept of G or general intelligence, which he believed underlies all cognitive abilities. He argued that individuals possess a general mental capacity that influences their performance across various tasks. For example, a student who excels in mathematics may also perform well in logical reasoning due to his underlying general intelligence. The theory of primary mental abilities proposed by Louis Thurston in 1938. Thurston challenged Spearman's idea of single general intelligence and proposed that intelligence consists of several distinct abilities. He identified seven primary mental abilities, including verbal comprehension, numerical ability, and spatial relation. For instance, a person might excel in verbal comprehension but struggle with numerical tasks. This highlights the diversity of cognitive strength. The structure of intellect proposed by J.P. Guilford, which expanded the understanding of intelligence even further. Guilford proposed that intelligence is composed of multiple dimensions, including operations, content, and products. He identified 120 different intellectual abilities within this framework. For example, creative thinking and problem solving are considered distinct abilities that contribute to overall intelligence. Raymond B. Cattell in the year 1963 proposed this theory where he distinguishes between two types of intelligence, which is a fluid intelligence, which involves problem solving and adaptability in new situations, and crystallized intelligence, which encompasses knowledge gained through experience and education. For instance, solving a novel puzzle requires fluid intelligence, while recalling historic facts relies on crystallized intelligence. The three stratum model by John Carroll in 1993, comprehensive framework consisting of three stages: a general intelligence factor at the top, broad abilities in the middle layer, and specific skills at the bottom layer. This model helps us to understand how various cognitive abilities relate to one another within a hierarchical structure. Howard Gardner's Multiple Theory of Intelligence, 1983. He proposed that intelligence is not a single entity but consists of a multiple intelligences that reflect different ways individuals process or information. He identified 8 distinct intelligences, including linguistic, logical, mathematical, musical, interpersonal. For example, a person may excel in musical intelligence by encompassing music while having average skill in linguistic intelligence. Triarchic Theory of Intelligence by Robert Sternberg. He suggested that the intelligence comprises three components, which is analytical intelligence, problem-solving abilities, creative intelligence, the ability to deal with novel situations, and practical intelligence, the ability to adapt to everyday life. For instance, someone who can solve complex math problem demonstrates analytical intelligence, while an entrepreneur who innovates new business strategies showcases creative intelligence. In conclusion, all of these theories provide diverse perspectives on what constitutes intelligence and how it can be measured. Understanding these theories and history of intelligence, it can help us to appreciate the complexity of human cognition and the various factors that contribute to our intellectual capabilities. Thank you for your attention. Let's continue our discussion on how these concepts apply in real life contexts much later.